This morning I'm lost in this beautiful deep meditation. I thought I'd try to share with you what I'm seeing. There's some fog here on the water that's allowing me to become mesmerized. I'm staying in my car to stay warm because it's really cold outside, at least for this Florida skinny girl or whatever you want to label me that may give you the belief system or understanding of my conditioning that I get cold simply. Perhaps more easily than others. Oh, I found this to be so peaceful. This is the same place where that cat was in circles. If you found yourself being here on my channel, I hope that you have taken time to look through my every production because my time is limited. I hope you enjoy my creativity, my light, my being, my breath, my speak. I'm doing my best to clean everything up. Before I didn't really know any better. And sometimes that's just not a good enough excuse, to be frank with you. And I'm still working on loving Trina and forgiving her for what she has done. I will be writing some beautiful things on Instagram as soon as I can and as soon as they escape me. I'm under great pressure and spiritual contract and doing my best to get home. Thank you to those of you who have loved me and sent me generous donations and helped me grow acceleratedly. Like, I'm silent. I couldn't even speak, right? Like, my emotions get the best of me. I'm just so taken back by all of you who have believed in me and paid for my services and made me feel like I was worth existing. Or that I had a reason to be here. So, I'm thankful and beyond blessed for these experiences. And it feels like things are getting busy here in the neighborhood, so maybe it's best for me to keep going instead of holding all this space. I do feel my own energy wanting to go, and I'm losing sight of what was once here. I need to come more deeper here inside myself more often and check in more often. I have some really beautiful things I really hope to produce, and I'm really just going to have to remain focused. I'm going to have to get some rest, and I'd like to take advantage of every moment of breath that I have and start resting more and taking better care of myself and having more time for myself and more patience. I'd like to share with you what I've learned the hard way by torturing myself and being unhappy and doing the wrong things for so long and watching people that I loved suffered. I simply would like to help you and be with you and have these things carry on and go deeper. Sadhana. My greatest love and respect to all of you. I'm sending you hugs. I know you don't understand me. I know there are times I have expressed edges that don't really make sense, that make you judge me and make me lose you because I push you away. I understand. I understand so much. I do. I'm filled with nothing but love for you. I wish and hope that you could see that. I wish that you could always be there for me and show me with your actions. I learned a long time ago from my father, from his father, want in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster. I apologize for the dirty language and the impurity there. But that statement means is like my desire will fill up in my hands way faster than my being, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, okay? It's really, really hard to explain. And maybe it might take me a couple more years to really chew on that, but I'd like to really, really talk to my dad and have some recorded conversations if I could get him on the record, you know? He's such a special person. And I'd like to have real interviews. I wish I had a crew. I have a crew, but I need, like, money, basically, so I can fund this crew. Because, like, right, they need to eat. So they're on their hustle. And then, like, I'm not even interested in eating, okay? I want you to send me money so that I can, like, follow my heart's desire and leave the country. Or do whatever the heck I really want to do and take care of George. Okay? Like, I feel like I shouldn't be having to, like, confess and ask for permission to have you hire me for my services. I want to just be able to tell you what my services are and say, hey, you want to book my time here? My time would cost this much if you want to do this with me. Okay, you want this experience? Then this much. Or, like, no, I'm sorry, that's against my morals. I don't really feel comfortable doing that type of service, especially for that rate. No, thank you. God bless you, right? Okay, so a lot of people like to push boundaries and they don't have any understanding. And, like, they don't want to pay to understand. They don't even want to pay attention, you know? They're not even paying themselves that respect and understanding. So they got to create that space for themselves. All I can do is keep moving forward. I'm so apologetic for any of you who just can't receive me. I'm so sorry. I wish there was more that I could do. Like, if I haven't done something that you feel like isn't worth $1, then please disconnect from me at all costs and stop draining my energy. And, like, you know, if you're just simply sincerely broke and you literally don't have $1 to give, but if you're lying, you might be lying to yourself, you know what I mean? You might be acting like, oh, I can't do this, but then, like, you'll go spend $10 on a beer, right? I'm just saying something like that, you know, just an example, or a candy bar, or whatever, something that's not good for you, but I'm doing something that's good for you and you can't even give me $1? Like, that, you know how pathetic that is? You know what that says about your self-worth and your character? Like, what do you think you're gonna get if you put that out? You know what I mean? I always try to show due respect and love and harmony, and I just do my best, man. I do my best. Tip your bartenders, right? It's the same symbolism. Like, nobody understands. Nobody wants to talk about these things either, but I do. I do. Nobody cares. I do. I do. I'm hoping to get an interview with John Sacco, man. I'm going to do an interview with John Sacco maybe on Friday. Maybe I'll go live if you'd like to tune in on that. Okay? Kendall Acupuncture. Look that up. Miami. Oh, thank God. Okay. Some people don't understand me. Some people do understand me. They're just going around. I don't even have to symbol to them. It's freaking beautiful. So beautiful. I really like this neighborhood. I really like where I'm at. I'm looking for my own peaceful, safe ground, okay? I'm trying to move and buy a house that, like, I never have to worry about being homeless again, okay? Let's just put it like that. I've never officially been homeless. It's very complicated, okay? I feel like, again, I shouldn't have to explain myself and my reasonings, but yeah, I'm looking to create a safe space. In fact, I'm looking to create multiple safe spaces that I can share with other people that don't have safe space, okay? And I know you may not understand that, and I know that, like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I just know that I'm following my heart and that my spirit or God, divine presence, whatever, is working through me, and it's important for me to fill out these duties before my passing. And I haven't been able to be super transparent with Trina or you up until this point, so I hope that you can catch up in real time and see me for what I really am. And for those of you who have taken advantage of me and left me with marks that I can never forget, I hope that you sincerely choose to love me and understand me and respect me and honor me and pay your dues and respect to me and the universe, and most of all yourself, and square up and do the right thing and not, like, carry all this grief and self-hate in your heart. You can get better. You don't have to lie, hide, mask, and sneak. You don't have to condition yourself. You're so brainwashed, you're only hurting yourself. And you're getting stuck in the illusion. I know that you've been taught otherwise sometimes. I hear you. Oh, God. So, thank you for allowing me to share what I have received. I've come a long way to get this far. Many of you have only seen in me sexual energy. And it's true, I have manipulated and used that energy to get your attention Or I have just revealed all of my being if I'm being real, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to have children. Like, that's what humans are here to do. And you want to make everyone feel bad and make everyone cover up and make everyone not feel pleasure? You want people to feel pain? What kind of shadow casting is all of this, okay? I just don't understand what you're doing, or if you even recognize what you're doing and saying and creating as a whole. So I'm asking you to love your fellows, your brothers and sisters, and have compassion, respect, and understanding for one another, for what you're doing here. And see to it that you accomplish all that your heart desires, all that you've chosen to come here on this planet and do, instead of holding yourself back and dimming your shine and not being the full expression of yourself in the planet. There are people who need you. For example, I can feel people needing me to give tarot readings and stuff. I think I might have to go to Denny's or something like that. I meant to go make my presence known in this city. In every place that I go, I meant to share my light and pass out my business cards. And I work for donations, okay? Sometimes it's true, I made up some numbers that I was taught that are the base minimum donation, you know what I mean, for certain things. And so unfortunately some people can only afford that, but it's about them being invested. No, I don't want you to pay for them, because then they're not invested in themselves, you know what I mean? But some people just literally can't afford that. They literally don't have the mental energy, the emotional energy, the financial energy, or whatever to come at it. And sometimes we have to hold that space for people. I am so close to my goal. Okay? And if I knew a millionaire out there, okay, I'd tell you truthfully, I need $10,000. And I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't really need it. I want it. And then I can move. I'm totally fine. I can live and exist and be exactly where I am, right? I can sleep in my car. I'm not a really hard to ease, please person. I mean, I get cold easily, and I like going to the bathroom in public, and I like hot water. Okay? I like all those things. And I love to chow down, and I love animals. So I love comfort, right? I love fluffy things and pillows. And I'll be real with you. I'll always be real with you. If you ask me, I'll tell you. And I'll admit that I had a hard time being honest even with myself, that I just simply didn't know the answers, because I never actually took the time to talk to myself, because all I could hear were the projections of other people. And it wasn't easy. I hope that what I've shared with you brings some light and wisdom and knowledge, and that you don't do what I've done. Okay? And that you square up with the universe and yourself. And if you want to square up with me, you can square up with me too. I just found out, I just found out since I'm an entertainer, I'm a tax deductible business for people. So people can pay me $100,000 and then deduct $100,000 from their business and say that they paid me $100,000. So I'm why am I not telling people that they can get all these deductions, they just need to make money disappear and they have no attachments? Meanwhile, I'm here rubbing two pennies together, coming from that hood mentality, or whatever you want to call me, right? Poor mentality. Just didn't know no better, had no attachment. I'm glad I grew up that way. I'm so glad I did, because can you imagine how much harder it would be to remove my attachments, or my thinking that money that is going to make me better than other people and stuff like that? I'm so glad I don't have that kind of confidence. Instead, God blessed me with looks, and I had to deal with that and having to accept losing those, especially after I made almost all my income from that. You know what I mean? I apologize to share these disharmonic things with you. I do. I'm so sorry that my existence is this. In some levels, I do. I am very apologetic, which is why I express continuously how, I must make amends and forgive myself, and I am doing my very best to do so. Sometimes I had felt guilty even eating, or buying myself a massage or doing anything nice for myself. I felt guilty existing. I felt guilty calling people, knowing that I had bad energy and that I came from a rough space, and because there's been people that just straight up told me they don't want to deal with me. My autism, they have a million excuses, right? But is that doing God's work? Do you honestly think that you're doing God's work when you reject His presence that comes up in every single person, place, and thing? You have no compassion, no understanding, no respect for every little thing that exists. You don't understand the space that it holds and why it exists. You must have love, respect, compassion for all things. There's no exceptions to this. Maybe I'll make a Church of Trina or something like that. I don't know, okay? I just know that I have some principles that are very important to me, and I'm looking for community and family, and like, yeah, it'd be nice if the whole world could see and love and respect one another, because I'm tired of seeing you flick cigarette butts out the window, and like, frankly, I'm tired of seeing you sucking on them and being upset with yourself. Like, I'm tired of seeing you drinking. I'm tired of, like, you not talking about how you want to, like, cut yourself or hurt yourself in any way, shape, or form, or even hurt the people that you think that you love. I hate that you won't admit that violence that evokes inside you because you just simply don't know how to handle or process it. But if you won't process it, how will you ever grow and expand your consciousness? Or are you just going to choose to be angry and suffering forever and therefore kill yourself and your organs with your own self-punishment? What are you doing to yourself? Are you ever going to relax and enjoy being here on this planet? Or are you just going to be all angry and create disharmony forever? You have a choice. You have to remember, you are God, basically. You are the creator. Are you creating disharmony and hell and creating destruction and like separation and illusions? Right? Are you masking? Are you hiding? Sneaky? You know? Or are you contributing to the creation? Are you planting plants that are gonna like help share air? Are you sharing fruits that you grow in your trees? Are you showing your plants some love? You know, what are you giving back to the planet besides your dead body when you check out of here? You know what I mean? What's your offering to us besides your children? Right? What are you doing? All of your actions are your offerings to this planet, and all we have is right now, and no amount of money can buy this time back. I've given you 16 minutes of my time right now. And not a single second of that can be given back to me. And that's not even worth $160. You know what I mean? Like, my life is worth more than that. And, like, if you found value in that, maybe send me a donation of $160. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to force you, you know? I feel guilty even asking or letting you know that that's an option, because I know the power of suggestion. I know that that's a form of manipulation. And I feel guilty saying, hey, can I suggest you to donate me this amount of money to help me out? Can I suggest you to invest in me? Can I suggest you to love me? You know what I mean? Like, I can make these suggestions, but if your heart's not there, and if you don't care, and you have no attachment, and you have no ability to respond, or no responsibility, no ability to respond, right? If you don't, so it's up to you, okay? Only you know who you are, what you're here to do, and what you want to do. You know, you have to give yourself permission to be yourself. And, like, if you want to communicate something that you want to do with me, and, like, you know, but if you're trying to do me, or try to, like, use me in your own selfish ways, you know, I'm not about that. I'm madly in love with someone else, and I have these huge desires to have these creativities. And if you try to separate me from what I'm trying to build, then you are nothing but a distraction and, like, selfish and just contributing to the mass pain and suffering that you are basically evoking upon yourself, especially when you think so harshly and negatively and evilly against yourself. I'm going to title this Trina Mason's Most Important Message. That's what comes to mind right now. Because after coming this far, this is what I've learned. And next I'll plant the seed of reminding you the next video will be the shadow work video. That will be exposing Trina Mason in all her ways. And I hope that you found joy in my OnlyFans. I'm going to talk about that in the shadow work video, okay? I'll talk about that. I love you so much. I do. I'm embarrassed to be me sometimes, but here, I'll show you me. I don't know what I look like. I don't know what's in the back seat, all that, right? Here I am. Good morning. Let's start the car and get on in the world and command our presence. I'd really love to do some tarot readings today, but more so some energy readings, you know. Sometimes the cards just let people know that that's a conduit or that's there, but sometimes that really scares people, makes people think I'm demonic or something negative. But that's what this shadow work video is going to be all about too. I'm going to have to expose both sides of the spectrum. I love you so much. Trina Mason here, loving you forever and ever and ever, as long as you hold me dear, and even more so after I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Take care of yourself. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.